reading 26,000 PSI at idle. That's insane. It's wide open. Welcome back, guys, to another awesome episode on the channel. So we're gonna pick up where we left off on the last video where I was able to get the truck started, but we had a huge issue there. If you missed out on the last video, I sort of ended it on a cliffhanger only because I was a little frustrated. When I fired the truck up, it was reading 27,000 PSI or 26,000 PSI on the rails, when it should be averaging between 6,000 or 7,000 PSI at idle. Long story short, my fuel was wide open. There's no way I should be keeping that truck running in its condition, given the fact that we have 100 over injectors, we have dual fuelers, you know, we have 2 turbos already. I don't want anything to happen, so I gotta be extremely careful. So in today's video, we're gonna go ahead and diagnose this truck, figure out what the heck's going on. Hopefully we can fix it. I also have a few other issues that I'm scratching my head and wanna pull my hair out, because this is such a tedious, long process. This truck is a complete frame off. A lot of money in this truck, and I'm gonna put a lot of time, and hopefully we can dial her in this video today. So definitely watch till the very end. And before we get started, we have about 2 weeks left of the Duramax giveaway contest. Definitely get entered in to win. Pick up a hat, a t-shirt, a key tag, a sticker. This is an absolute beautiful Duramax, and it'd be awesome to hand the keys over to you. But remember, you guys cannot win if you don't get entered. Link in the description, truckmasterdiesel.com. But with all that being said, my wife just plowed into a deer. I'm gonna go rescue her on the side of the road. She's fine, I just have to pick her up really quick. She's on the side of the road stranded. So I'll show you guys that here in a second. The van's probably totaled. Then of course after that, we'll go ahead and get this 1,000 horsepower Duramax dialed in, hopefully. But all right, let's see what happens. Well, today sucks. My wife just hit a deer. We're gonna go ahead and rescue her right now. Hopefully the clearance of the ramps when they're down actually gets up on the trailer. We'll see what happens. I may have to back that van up because that whole front bumper is trashed. But let's get going. All right, she said she's over here somewhere. Oh, there it is right there. Oh no. Look, she's in her church dress. And I'm in some boots and some shorts. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this done. Oh my goodness. That's not good. Ooh. Almost looks like the front wheel's bent too.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crooked a little bit. Yeah, this front wheel's kind of canted a little bit.
No.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to drive this thing home. We might be able to, but let's go ahead and see. We're gonna rip this. I'm gonna end up ripping this bumper off, Melanie. All right.
Yeah, but just don't rip anything else off. I want
Oh
the
my
shirts.
goodness, look at the computers right there.
Look at all the deer hair.
Yikes.
All along the side of the van.
Oh yeah, sick. Yeah, you killed that deer.
Yeah, it's gonna grab on those little...
Yeah, we're probably gonna rip that bumper off. Should do it. Hey, look, it picked it up pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
We're still gonna back it
You'll
up.
just
though.
tear off the other side.
Think so?
Yeah, because it's gonna rub, Josh. It's so low to the ground. Those bumpers.
All right, let's get it on.
What ripped off? I thought I heard something rip. Anything?
I'm surprised it got up the way that easy. Them new tires right there. Look at them Michelins right there. Michelin. This has got to be the most frustrating thing. Not a big deal though, we can work through it. Luckily it's not an engine issue, but it sucks when you have to tear things down after you just put it back together. If you guys don't know what this is an HSP forward-facing thermostat housing, and it's self-priming, which is pretty cool. It basically reroutes your radiator tube or your upper coolant tube. It's the big metal one that goes all the way around through the engine or the top of the engine and then back down to here. This is kind of a neat little idea, and it really dresses the engine up a little bit, but I'm not sure if HSP still has a coupon code or a discount code for you guys if you use that discount code TruckMaster on their website. Should save you some money. And then one more thing I wanted to mention. They don't, I could be wrong, but I don't think they make twin turbo kits anymore, or compound kits. I had this thing laying around for a long time. I just haven't put it on yet. I think it was like right before they ended it, before they stopped making these. After I removed the shroud, you can see how uneven this pulley is with that one. There's no reason why I should be able to stick my hands right behind the pulley. This should be seating all the way down, like completely flush. As you can see, I put my finger right in there. That walked off about a 1/2 inch. And if I would have kept that truck running, it probably would have flew off and caused a bunch of damage. So that's what I'm saying, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put some Loctite in there, seat it in, put the bolt in. Shouldn't go anywhere, but we gotta make sure all this stuff is lined up correctly. This thing's pretty slick. A little stubby from Harbor Freight. Works out great. That rhymed. All right, I'm gonna zip her back out. Make sure she's flush before we do anything. Oh yeah. Sitting right against where the pulley should be sitting. So I guess at this point, guys, we're gonna go ahead and put that bolt in there and hold it in. As weird as this looks, I have to ratchet strap it to pull the belt tight in order to get it on here. I know that you guys are gonna say try to fit it on the smoother side of a pulley, but this is the only access that I have now that the cab's on it. So unfortunately, this is how I'm gonna do it. Whew, we got her on though. A little crooked. Gotta get over these ribs. There we go. All right, we are on. We're set, guys. Whew. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Hopefully the belt doesn't fly off. Man, it sounds horrible. So that loud knocking noise is coming from one of the two CP3s or one of the injectors. But it's pretty frustrating because I have power to my dual fueler controller, so that's not the problem. So I'm gonna keep plugging away in this video, try to figure out what the heck that noise is, and then I guess I'll get back with you guys, but this is annoying. All right, we're reading 26,000 PSI at idle. That's insane. It's wide open. With me moving this truck on its own, but I'm gonna keep plugging away. I'll let you guys know what I figure out here, but I'm gonna go ahead and let it idle for a little bit and start pulling sensors, checking voltage. We'll figure this out. Okay, we are back. I've been at this for about an hour now, checking circuits, checking wiring. Matter of fact, I was testing voltage, all kinds of stuff, and I think I figured it out. I'm pretty pumped about it. Let me show you what's going on. So basically this is your fuel solenoid or your FCA, and this is, you know, of course to the top pump. Now if you go to the valley, and basically the reason for that is because this wasn't making a complete connection to the FCA. It wasn't sitting flush. The wiring harness wasn't clipped all the way into that controller. So that's why it wasn't working correctly. It was that simple. Unfortunately, it took me a while because I had to remove this, and this takes a while to remove, believe it or not. But guys, you gotta hear this thing, man. It is so smooth when it idles. Let me start it. Man, fires right up, so smooth, it's idling so quiet, sounds great. All right, so we got actual fuel rail pressure and desired fuel rail pressure. That's what we're looking for. So the engine's calling at idle for 7,200 PSI, and look at that, actual. We're pretty much on the money, guys. I am pumped about this. This is great, great news. Unfortunately, I have to put everything back together, but for the most part, we're gonna be buttoning this truck up very soon. We're gonna go ahead and take it on a little test drive. I'm not sure if I'll do that on this video because, you know, the bed's not on it. There's a lot of other little things I need to button up. And as a matter of fact, check this out. The tie rods are a little off, you know. As a matter of fact, the truck is sitting higher than, well, the passenger side sitting higher than the driver's side, as you guys can tell. So I just want to go ahead and get all this dialed in just a little bit. So glad it was this problem. I'm glad it was this simple to fix. So yeah, let me go ahead and button this truck up really quick for you. Still in first gear. It's hung in first gear right now. I don't know what's going on. Dang it. All right, so the engine light's on right now and it's in lit mode. So I gotta get it back home, figure out what's going on. I don't know, but it won't get past first gear right now. So the computer is stopping it from going any faster. Could be low on trans fluid, I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Weird noise. I don't know what that is. I think it's a backing plate rubbing. Yeah. Yeah, it's a backing plate.
Smell it. How's the backing plate rubbing?
Sounds like it's coming from over there.
Yeah.
Here, go over there. Do that. Brake pads rubbing against something. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. So I'll figure that out. Brand new brake pads, brand new rotors, brand new everything. Frustrating. But the good news is I was able to throw the engine code. So let's figure out what this thing actually is. Something to do with the transmission. Transmission control system P0, that's kind of generic, P07. Output speed sensor circuit, no signal. That's what we're gonna look for. Just got done with the test drive, put the truck in the garage. Unfortunately, we have bigger fish to fry here. It's an electrical issue. It's definitely not a trans problem because I'm getting electrical codes. I called my good friend Mark as well, and he was asking me if I have a speedometer, you know, if it's showing speed and it doesn't. He told me to check the transfer case plug that connects to the actual sensor, which I haven't done yet. He also made a good point as well with sort of the way it's shifting, that it could also be the NSBU switch or the neutral safety switch that's connected to the transmission. Unfortunately, I'm gonna lose you guys what I'm trying to say here, but some of you might be able to follow what I'm saying. But I used an LB7 body harness or frame harness right here. This is an LB7. This is the first gen harness that would naturally go to the engine. Before that, I had an 04.5 or an LOY harness that connects to the engine. That was what I originally used. The reason why I switched out to the older one is because I wanted to hook up to the sending unit and actually read the fuel level. I don't know if you guys knew what I just said there. Maybe some of you guys did. But the reason why I'm saying that is because since I used a different harness, it is also connected to the transmission. It may actually be throwing something off on the TCM, the transmission control module. So I got a lot of diag to do. I have to cut the video off. Unfortunately, it's super late. As a matter of fact, I got a little sidetracked here. My pastor's or my assistant pastor's vehicle, he hit a deer, and not only that, his wheel flew off. So I had to fix that. So I had to put that on the hoist in between trying to make a YouTube video, which is totally fine. But I got to get this thing off the hoist and get him taken care of. I want to give you guys another follow-up on my very first test drive because that was not a test drive. That really sucked. But hey, at least it's starting and at least it's running and it's not leaking fuel and the engine isn't knocking, and we got that problem fixed. So I think the electrical stuff I can handle on my own. It's not that big of a deal. But like I said, subscribe, definitely get notified because I'm gonna post another video. Hopefully I can get this squared away. If not, I'm probably gonna cry. Before I let you guys go on your way out, definitely go to truckmasterdiesel.com, pick up a t-shirt, a hat, a key tag, a sticker. And the reason why I say that is because we pretty much have about 2 weeks left of this contest, and it ends, and there really wasn't a lot of entries, which is really awesome for you guys that already entered in. As a matter of fact, let me know in the comments if you entered in for the truck giveaway. You never know, you could be the winner. I could be handing you the keys to this beautiful truck. And not only that, we're also gonna be giving a portion of the proceeds to a good cause at the very end of that. But that is it. We'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned. Well guys, it made it to the body shop. And they're saying that it's not totaled, which is good. Well, we don't know that yet, but we're about $4,700 in right now, and total damage to the vehicle is what they're saying.
There's your strap.
Oh, they kept a strap, look at that. But yeah, if there's more to it, then they may end up having to total it. But this is the first time the dealership or the body shop is gonna be looking at it, so we'll find out. But that's a bummer. Over a deer. 50 miles an hour, hit a deer. That's what happens.